Hello, my fellow T-Bags. Cineric77 coming back at you again today. Yeah, I know I got a lot of FaceTime in my videos lately, and that's just because y'all have no idea how hard it is to carve a pumpkin from behind the camera. And I'm not going to sit there and do it off camera. So, in this video, this is for Mr. Menovade, your brother. How you doing, man? If y'all don't know, Menovade's also doing the CGC contest. There we go. My mouth was working way too fast. Sorry. He's an awesome cat. Y'all should check him out. Not just because he's doing a contest, because the man does awesome, and I do mean awesome work when it comes to handle skills, man. Him and Tough need to get together, to be perfectly honest. They need to do like a Tough Vade or something, or a Minnow Tough, something. But yeah, so anyways, back to my brother Menovade. He wants us to do a little carving. Got my pumpkin right here, brah. And he wants us to carve pumpkin with an EDC. Now, this is one of my EDCs right here. Matter of fact, this is one of my favorite EDCs, to be perfectly honest with y'all. Because I don't know about the rest of you, but this knife right here it's addictive. It's like crack or heroin. Okay, it's addictive to flick. It really is. It's super smooth. Now, when I say super smooth, I mean it's like silk on glass. Oh man, it's awesome. It's like literally there's absolutely positively like no type of resistance when opening. It just flies, it glides. The ball bearing pivot system in this is awesome, the IKBS. So yeah, enough about the knife. And he said we can use other things, so I'm using an X-Acto knife as well. And he wants to hear a scary story. Alright, well, then y'all have to forgive me if I have to sit here and do a couple things real quick, because I'm going to try really hard not to cut myself and keep this really short. Now, okay, here we go. This is the story, or a story about Axe Murder Hollow. Here we go. Now, Susan and Ned were driving through a wooden, empty section of the highway. Lightning flashed, thunder roared, the sky went dark in the torrential downpour. "We better stop," said Susan. Ned nodded his head in agreement, stepped on the brake, and suddenly the car started to slide on the slick pavement. They plunged off the road and slid to a halt in the bottom of an incline. Pale and shaking, Ned quickly turned to check if Susan was well. Lost my place. When she nodded, Ned relaxed and looked through the rain-soaked windows. "I'm going to see how bad it is," he told Susan, and went out into the storm. She saw his blurry figure in the headlight, walking around in front of the car. A moment later, he jumped in beside her, soaking wet. "The car's not badly damaged, but we're real deep in mud," he said. "I'm going to have to go for help." Susan swallowed nervously. "There'll be no quick rescue here." He told her to turn off the headlights and lock the doors until he returned. Axe Murder Hollow. Although Ned hadn't said the name out loud, they both knew what he had been thinking when he told her to lock the car. This was the place where a man had once taken an axe and hacked his wife to death in a jealous rage over an alleged affair. Supposedly, the axe-wielding spirit of the husband continued to haunt this section of the road. Outside the car, Susan heard a shriek, a loud thump, and a strange gurgling noise, but she couldn't see anything in the darkness. Frightened, she shrank down into her seat. She sat in silence for a while, and then she noticed another sound. Bump, bump, bump. It was a soft sound, like something being blown by the wind. Suddenly, the car was illuminated by a bright light. An official-sounding voice told her to get out of the car. Ned must have found the police officer. Susan unlocked the door and stepped out of the car. Her eyes adjusted to the bright light, and she saw it. Hanging by his feet from the tree next to the car was the dead body of Ned. His bloody throat had been cut so deeply that he was nearly decapitated. The wind swung his corpse back and forth so that it thumped against the tree. Bump, bump, bump. Susan screamed and ran toward the voice and the light. As she drew close, she realized the light was not coming from a flashlight. Standing there was the glowing figure of a man with a smile on his face and a large, solid, and definitely real axe in his hands. She backed away from the glowing figure until she bumped into the car. "Playing around when my back was turned," the ghost whispered, stroking the sharp blade of the axe with his fingers. "You've been very naughty." The last thing she saw was the glint of an axe blade in the eerie, incandescent light. And that's it. Yeah. So, yeah. Kind of scary, kind of spooky. To be perfectly honest, I think it's kind of hinky. But it's a ghost story. There you go. Now, getting back to my carving because I can't carve and read
Daddy, how are you
at the same time. Now, let's get to it, to the carving anyways. See if I can do this real quick without like cutting myself. The nice sound effects are coming from my son. So, you know, baby Sin's in the picture here. Dude, go play, okay? I'm telling him to leave the room because A, I'm smoking a cigarette and I don't like for him to be around the smoke. And I'm in my room, so he has to go back to his room. So that way, so that way he's not anywhere close to the cigarette smoke, y'all.
Yeah, I made the big Johnson one, so that can keep me away from this cigarette.
Well, thank you very much, dude. Now go play, okay? Gotta love him. Smart kid. Now, I am going to admit that some of this was done off camera to help preserve time. So, and y'all, pretty please, don't say anything about my cigarette smoke. It's my bad habit. I am in the process of trying to quit. I have actually cut down a lot. I'm not one of those cold turkey people. So, You know, you just keep all the negative comments to yourself, pretty please, about that. So, okay, now, here we go. Almost done here. So, bro, I hope you enjoyed your little ghost story. I personally thought it was kind of cool. You know, it was definitely a different spin on a classic, and gotta love that type of stuff. I am almost done with the carving. So y'all can see what it says. See if I can get back in frame for y'all a little bit better for y'all. So, Menovade, brother, how you doing? How you been? Hope life is good.
So is me with the gun. So is armored Spider-Man.
The boy's back. Just like a typical 4-year-old cannot keep to himself.
With his gun.
Yes, with his gun. So,
And I built it out of blocks.
yes, and he built it out of his giant Legos. So,
It's not giant, it's little.
mm.
Oh, it is giant.
Now, Beautimus. Here we go. I heart KT. I love Knife Thursdays. How's that for you, bro? All right, man. I'm going to cut this short now. This video's been long enough. Thank you all very much for watching. Keep your finger on the choil and have a nice day, y'all. Bye.